Don't even need to translate it. Oh, I have really enjoyed this dumbass trend. But I'm a talking tree, said the oak. And you will dialogue, replied the lumberjack. Oh, ooh, Uncle Duke, that is a platinum post right there. The girl of your dreams is just laying in her bed farting so hard right now. Is that supposed to be a problem, Dylan? Oh no, the girl of my dreams is a person. That's insane. Whoa, why don't you come back when you got something actually cool to say, Dylan? God damn it. You're 25! You're not running out of time. It has only just begun. Except for me. I am 25 in a far more it's all over kind of way. Same. Well, I'm not 25, I'm 29, but same. About to watch a scary movie, so I googled security guard to feel safe. Well, hopefully he can help you if something spooky happens. It is hereditary, so it's gonna get pretty spooky. Your car sliding in the snow is so crazy. You just sit there like, wow, this is where it ends. Yeah, it's insane. You can't even, panic. You know there is nothing you can do in that moment, so you just kind of sit there, shut your brain off, smack into the curb, crash into another car. Nothing to be done. Hate to bring this up in the middle of a heist, but when I said I was a safecracker, I meant I'm a chill white guy. Oh, man, come on, dude. You wouldn't use the word safe for that. You know that. Somebody from the plane crash was airlifted to a trauma center. Imagine them sending you back into the air. I don't want to imagine that. That sounds like one of the worst things imaginable to me, in my opinion. So I'm not going to do that, bald and dowd. When my fam asks what dish I brought, I'm going to say beef and then swing on my cousin. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to start off the barbecue. Or whatever gathering is going on. That sounds great. You know what? Christmas dinner. That's probably the most fun place to do that. My girlfriend doesn't drive and doesn't know any car brands. But every so often she sees a car and goes, oh, I like that one. And 100% of the time, it's a Mercedes-Benz. Always. Well, I mean, I can't deny, they are pretty. I mean, for the most part, some of them look a little goofy, but they are pretty looking. You know, I like them enough. I'd never own one, but I get her. I get where she's coming from. You think the itsy bitsy spider gave a f*** about the rain? No. It climbed the spout again. Lock in. Alright, well, readers added context. It's important to note that the sun came out and dried up all the rain. Thank you. I also do think that right there is the single best community note ever added on Twitter. I am shocked that the girl who had intercourse with 1,000 men in one day is pregnant. I am. You'd think she'd be on birth control. Birth control is 99.9% effective, so that means one baby out of 1,000. What? Man, I don't care anymore. The internet sucks. This place is hell. Burn it to the ground and restart. This bloke in a glittery gold suit has started a quiz on our train. The prizes: a chomp, an M&S flapjack, and a Scotch egg. The carriage is wrapped. I understood absolutely nothing after some guy in a glittery gold suit has started a quiz on our train. I have no idea what the rest of those words meant, in or out of any context at all. And I feel like I've lost my mind for having read it and tried to comprehend it. Oh, they call them ships because of relationships. What do you think it meant? Boat. Honestly, I thought the same thing at first. Not like directly like, oh, because they're boats, because that doesn't make any sense. But I wasn't sure of why we called it shipping at first either, because I didn't think. You know, a lot of the times we just don't think about stuff. We assume. And remember, when you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. A Kyoto ramen shop has put a bounty on the heads of 2 people who left negative restaurant reviews. Wait, are we talking like bring me their severed heads? Or like what are we talking here? Do we have to kill the bad reviewers because they didn't like your Or what? What exactly what's the bounty for, really? Do we find them and bring them to you alive? Because I can do that if you offer me free ramen for life. That sounds amazing. Aspiring Japanese here. Excuse me? What? Aspiring Japanese? Question. If I'm not mistaken, a bounty implies killing someone or taking their life. But does this not go against the concept, meaning to live? It seems to run directly counter to that, but I may be missing some of the nuances. Are you joking right now? That's great. That's fantastic. Someone's got God tier bait when they say aspiring Japanese here. My name is Karen. I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I'm an aspiring Japanese. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. My brother likes small butts and cannot tell the truth. Each of us guards a door. One leads to an anaconda that is sprung. The other to certain death. Wait. Like small butts, but cannot tell the truth. You like big butts, and you cannot lie. Wait. Shit. Alright, let's see here. The duality of physical music. Audio CD, $199. Vinyl, $99.98. We need to keep CDs and cassettes uncool so their prices don't explode. Especially cassettes. Protect cassettes. Honestly, they have made their own comeback. I was collecting them for a little while, man. They have not exploded in price when they're new, but people do like to resell them for tons of money. Like, I remember after Stranger Things Season 4 came out, that Kate Bush album, was it Hounds of Love or whatever it was? That album on cassette was $100 to $300. I think I saw a sealed one for $500. Nightmare. But for the most part, yeah, if you want to start a physical collection for music, I personally don't recommend vinyl. It's a very expensive way to get started, for sure, because you're not going to go out and buy one of those Victrola portable record players from Walmart. Those will damage your records. You don't want to do that. So you've got to spend a pretty penny to get started. It's not so when you're doing CDs, because CDs across the board are very, very cheap in comparison, and any CD player will read at the same quality. So it doesn't really matter. They're not going to damage anything. It just all comes down to speakers. Look, all I'm saying is CDs rock, cassettes rock, vinyl, I don't know. It got a little too chic too fast again. Gotta find someone you're thermostatically compatible with. You can't be a 74 dating a 62. Thermostatically. I'm not sure what that means, Shannon, but I'll take your word for it today. Beta male. So where do you want to go? Alpha male. You're gonna have the best night of your life. I'll see you at 9 p.m. Wear that tight red dress. I legit had to reread this several times before I realized it wasn't intended to be a conversation between the beta male and the alpha male. Yeah, he didn't format that great at all. And I do say he because you just know that the dipshit running Masculinity Rediscovered at Become a Man Again is definitely a guy probably not living in mom's basement. We don't do that anymore. The mom's basement thing, that ship has sailed a long time ago. This guy's probably just sitting in a stark white, undecorated apartment with one couch where sound echoes off of every wall like crazy, and he has one desk sitting in the corner while yapping about, you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at here? It's hard for me to describe this stuff while I'm recording, not live, but you get it. You've seen this a billion times. You've seen so many streamers who have infinite money and they sit in front of a camera with a mansion of nothing behind them because it symbolizes how empty their lives are, right? Grace Jones by Jean-Paul Gaultier for the album Nightclubbing, 1981. This is the coolest anyone has ever looked. Chris is correct. Absolutely the f***ing coolest anyone has ever looked at a photo shoot. That is, goddamn, she's killing it, man. The fiercest f***ing photo shoot of all time. I can't believe I'm being persecuted for who I am. A person who commits crimes. I mean, come on. I'm glad that non-political Twitter is now including blue sky posts. Oh, thank God. This coffee sucks ass, doesn't it? I mean, you guys can't taste how bad it is, but I can, so you gotta take my word for it. Dun-dun-dun. Definitely saying, oh, so it's like Cole's Cash next time a man tries to explain crypto to me when I didn't ask. I've seen this one before. I still love it. People, continue to do this to the crypto bros. I'm usually pretty good about sticking to a healthy diet unless I'm really sad or celebrating or bored or eating out or ordering in, or if it's the weekend or Monday, or if there's something stressful going on. I bet Doomscroll meant something way cooler in the Middle Ages. Or in any RPG you've ever played set in a fantasy realm. I would like the Doomscroll, please. Just watched a woman drink laundry detergent at Walmart, bottle to mouth in the aisle. I said nothing, but when we made eye contact, she just gasped and was like, I'm gonna buy it. Bro, I'm not worried about you buying it. What the f*** are you doing? She's dying, I guess. That will kill you, won't it? Like, pretty quick. I am obsessed with the kid that dropped our private Catholic high school, I'm assuming out, and everyone called him a loser to start a roofing business, and now he has like 4 G-Wagons, sits behind home plate at every Rockies game, drinking 1942, and buys $5,000 Stetson cowboy hats. Lesson there. I mean, yeah. Dude, trades and businesses like that are hardcore. They're awesome. And if it's something you can see yourself doing and you wouldn't absolutely despise it and you have a penchant for it a little bit, at least, absolutely. Go for it, man. I would totally do something like that. If I knew a goddamn thing about any trade, I'd probably have it as a backup option for the life I've chosen for myself. But alas, I'm actually stupid. So I can't do stuff like that. That is why I read, because at least I'm literate. How I imagine Duolingo's last executive meeting went. Sales dropped to an all-time low last quarter. Anyone have any ideas to raise sales? Marketing team. I have an idea. You might not like it, but it must be done. Bring me the owl. Yeah, and then they beheaded that bastard right there in the conference room. Happy birthday to me. A birthday? In this economy? Is it sad that I know that font is called Beebas? B-E-B-A-S? Economy's so bad he couldn't afford to buy it. He just took a picture and called it a day. You gotta hand it to Sabrina Carpenter. I don't think I've heard anyone say espresso in like a year. Ooh, that is a good point. I always forgot about people that would call it espresso. That was quite the rarity, I will admit, even when I did hear people saying it all the time, but I am glad it's gone, though. It's like we still need to get rid of nuclear. Caramel still bugs me. I'm not sure about caramel, though, because it is spelled caramel, but a long time ago, someone told me that caramel and caramel are 2 different things. I'm not sure, because if they're not, it is spelled caramel, but I'm pretty sure that they've got to be 2 different things, right? There's all kinds of words out there that people actively pronounce incorrectly. I'm thankful for the Foo Fighters because I've never felt threatened by a foo, and that means they're doing a heck of a job on the front lines. I don't think they're on the front lines most of the time. I feel like they have an army of mercenaries that they have not told anyone about, and they're the ones doing the job. They're the ones out there doing the hard work. That's my belief anyway, Nathan. What do you think? I'm curious. Who's winning this fight? Can we please stop comparing the lion to the tiger? A tiger is stronger, is heavier, is faster, and more brutal than lions. The lion is a fraudulent creature who paid influencers to call it king of the jungle. This overhyped wig-wearing fraud does not even live in the jungle. That's correct. I have always been bugged at the fact that we call the lion the king of the jungle when he's the king of what, the savannah? They are not jungle-faring creatures. The tiger is a jungle-faring creature. The lion, and the male of the species that we're looking at right now, also doesn't do any of the work, okay? His wife goes out and finds food for everybody, and then he sits on his fat balls and does nothing all day long. I'm right there with you, our favorite online doc. I'm right there with you, okay? Don't you ever slander the good name of the tiger ever again. This guy came up from behind and kissed the back of my head because he thought I was his girlfriend. But I'm not his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is sitting next to me. I don't know what to do with that information, Bailey, but I'm sorry that happened. Remember when Captain America's friend killed Iron Man's parents and they jumped Iron Man for being mad about it? I do remember that. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't keep up with Marvel. I never did. I never watched Civil War or anything like that. I don't really know what happens other than an argument ensues about how they should have a sort of a government leash kept on them versus, no, you can't do that because we need to be able to work outside of your constraints. Wasn't Cap the one that was like, no, the government? And Iron Man was like, hey man, we are kind of dangerous and blow stuff up and ruin things a lot. I mean, we get the job done, but we need to be able to get the job done better than that, right? Women belong in the kitchen. Men belong in the kitchen. Everyone belongs in the kitchen. Kitchen has food. Thank you. Thank you, goddammit. This shouldn't be that hard for people to understand. Oh, it's adorable. Very sensitive white man has an object he deeply desires that can only be acquired by traveling to or importing from mainland Japan. Yeah, I can show you mine really quick. Hold on, let me Google it really quick. Yep, there's mine. It is what I can only presume is a powder blue mint condition Nissan Figaro. Figaro. That's mine right there, baby. I want that fucking thing so bad, it physically hurts. Give me the baby blue all-stock Nissan Figaro, please. They are so correct about this. Yes, saying hello to common animals you see on your way to work like squirrels and pigeons makes you a better person. The science just came in. How shall we greet the rarities, like a hedgehog? Your Majesty. When you're a kid, the only thing your worst enemy has to do is find a word that rhymes with your name and you're cooked. One time my friend's nemesis called him Michael Motorcycle, and he was messed up for days. It didn't matter how cool motorcycles are. It rhymed, he was toast. You know, that's a good point. It really doesn't have to be like an actual dunk on anybody. It could be the coolest shit in the world, and it doesn't work. It does work. It does work. It's devastating, and we don't know why. There's no such thing as monsters, I tell my kid as I turn out his light and run the down the hall. She was new in town and didn't have any friends until she decided to trust a handsome stranger. Hallmark movies and true crime podcasts. Oh, man. You know what? I gotta start watching crappy Hallmark movies. A long time ago, I started watching, like, Medea movies, and I feel like they're Hallmarkian in their own way, because they always follow a similar structure, don't they? Oh my god, wait a minute. No, I have a way to describe this, but I'm not going to, because I can't. First look at Gru Jr. in Despicable Me 4, in theaters July 3rd. Do you think Gru stuck his whole nose in there when they did it? His nose? I mean, I think Gru has a penis. Wait a minute. No. We know somebody who has done the math on Gru before. Can we get Slazzo, Mr. John A. EmKay himself, to do some kind of deep dive video on his personal channel about Gru's penis, please? You know, comment down below and go and tag him on social media or something. You guys know where Slazzo still is at. He's hanging around. Let's get him to reprise his role. Been going out to eat by myself a lot lately, and the maitre d's' eyes light up when you say just one. They're about to stick you in a place you didn't even know was part of the restaurant. And I am so happy about that. Parents can detect fake friends, but not a pyramid scheme. Parents can't detect 99% of the things they warn you about. My gym offered a free Pilates class, so I said, screw it, I'll give it a whirl. They ain't never, ever gonna worry about seeing me again. What is Pilates? You know what? I don't need to look. I don't want to get curious because it'll probably kill me. It's pizza time. Ate half, had an amazing nap, woke up ravenous as ever, and had the other half. Life is worth living. Sorry, but all 22,000 of us can't have money. Some of y'all need to exit the queue and stop wasting my time. Cheapest tickets, $700? I was the in the queue wasting time, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, the entire ticketing business was completely destroyed by, you guessed it, Ticketmaster. And any of the other subsidiaries of theirs or fake other companies that Ticketmaster still owns. Gabby Bell actually did a pretty cool video about Ticketmaster you guys should check out. They are quite despicable and shitty. So what's it like being in real estate? Hello, is 157 Drive still available? Hi there, yes it is. I'm not surprised, it looks like shit. Well, if it looks like shit, why don't you, do something? You gotta dress that up, John. Restaurant people thought I was a food reviewer and gifted dessert. In reality, I was drawing fat f***ing squirrel girl the entire time. I mean, you go. Did COVID kill house parties, or am I just 35? I'm sorry, Cole. You're 35. Bro gonna snitch on everyone. Cause he got McDonald's? Kids have their own cards, and they get pocket money weekly to spend on whatever they want. The youngest, 13 next week, spent over 30 pounds on one thing the other day, saying that I'll find out what it is when it gets here. It came today. Well, it sounds like your 13-year-old is going to grow up to be one of the funniest f***ing people in human history. Okay? I think we can all agree they have a true taste. Where can I buy one? Unfortunately, the movie you want to watch is unavailable on your 13 streaming services. You can rent it for $2.99 though. Dude, Drew Gooden made a whole video about how technology is actively worse and stupider now. I know I kind of shout out other large creators and whatnot a lot here because I do like them. I genuinely enjoy a lot of other people's content, and I do want you to also watch that too. They are fantastic, Drew especially for sure. You know who else is pretty cool? Me! And my channel, my Blue Sky, all that fun stuff are linked down below. I like to stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We play some games, we hang out, we talk, we chill. We're just having a great, grand old time down there, okay? So make sure to come say hi to me. Doing stuff is hard. Shout out to anyone who does anything. I mean, I try stuff sometimes, but I never really do anything. You know what I mean? This feels like a good time to add one of my favorite weird inventions from history. The book wheel, invented in 1588. My ancestors never dreamed of having this many tabs open at once. Damn, it really is sort of a proto-tab browsing device, so to speak, isn't it? That's really weird to think about. The book wheel is amazing, though. That's so clever. For $15.88, whoever came up with this one, probably the smartest dude on the planet at the time. The Taco Bell drive-thru at 1 a.m. will have a $200,000 Mercedes S65 waiting right behind a 96 Cavalier that's never had the oil changed, followed by a moped ridden by 3 people, all craving the same thing, to live Moss. Truly the last great melting pot of class in this country. Look, I'm just going to come right out and say it, okay? I think Taco Bell, best fast food in the entire United States, by a large margin. Second, not to anything. I think the only thing that could maybe beat it on occasion is Panda Express, but that's just me. But, dude, Taco Bell, come on. And this is coming from a guy who's eaten at almost every single fast food restaurant you could think of, for sure. Whether it's Whataburger, In-N-Out, fucking White Castle, McDonald's, anything. I'm sorry, Taco Bell is usually beating you. And I'm gonna be honest, half of the reason they beat you is because they have Baja Blast. I'm just saying, dude. After gym photos, bro was in the tattoo shop like this. Yeah, I will say, what is the easiest position for you to be in to get tattoos on your inner thigh like that? And how close to your did they get? Because I'd be getting real nervous, because I don't want you to tattoo my penis. Or balls. It's very sensitive. Found out today that my art teacher is gay and has a husband, because said husband came into the room and went, "Hello, honey, you forgot the sandwich you made 2 seconds before you left, so I thought I'd bring it here and be embarrassing while doing so. Okay, I'm leaving, bye!" This Mr. Ratburn's husband? Fun fact, the reason your internal body temperature rises when you're infected is because viruses are using your body to mine for Bitcoin. I don't know what just happened, but I was at the animal shelter before work and a toddler walked in and pointed at me and went, "I want that one." And his mom just looked at me and said, "You can't have that. That's a grown man." How are people so productive on train journeys? I literally just experienced 4 hours of big thought. Hate to think how many times I've taken my laptop on a train with the intention to be productive, only to spend the next 3 hours looking out the window. I mean, that sounds really nice, though. I know trains in the United States have a very frickin' long way to go, if ever, even though the current administration will probably never, ever let them get better because woke or something like that. But man, one day we'll have something, and I don't mind taking my time. I think the thing that I do mind is that it's just as expensive, if not more often, more expensive than flying there. I hugged my girlfriend too long to annoy her, and she said, "Unhand me." Like, damn, of course, right away, your majesty. Weekend comes from an 1860s misspelling of weakened, as in, I'm weakened and going to take a nap. Not many people know this. Chat, is it good for a dictionary to be mad at you? Probably not, man. Inside of you, there are 2 wolves. Inside Mozart, there were like 11 or 12. That's why they called him Wolfgang. Just had plain white bread with butter for the first time in years. Saw God, I think. Anorexia convinces you such simple pleasures are certain to destroy your life. So glad I'm fighting to get better and building a life full of bread and butter. You know, I mean, it sounds like it's a joke, but it's really true. I mean, the simplest things can be incredibly divine. Like, that is not a very flavorful, snack right there. Butter and bread. But it's a staple. It's pretty good. It's actually satisfying. Butter's pretty yummy, and bread's got a nice texture to it. Like, I know this is coming from the whitest guy on the planet. And like, oh yeah, of course you would like butter and bread. But no, think about it. Sometimes this simple, boring shit is awesome. Have you ever been so thirsty that water is the most delicious thing in the world to you? It's kind of like that, man. I mean, just think about it, dude. Live your life the way you want to live your life. Just enjoy the simple stuff. Don't sweat it.